everybody. Welcome to the Adera live show. We are broadcasting live, and today I am so thrilled to introduce you to Eva. She is a dear friend, a new friend. We met just weeks ago at this amazing Mexican retreat that we were so blessed to go on. She looks like she's still in Mexico. I love your backdrop. Serious mofo. I'm missing out on our awesome trip back then. But yeah, we were on this Abundance Ignited retreat, and Eva and I truly connected. And I actually can't believe my mallow beads are right over here. She's made those by hand for me, which I'll show you as she's talking, maybe. But anyway, I'd like to introduce you to this beautiful woman. Hello.
Hi. I'm very happy to be here. I'm very, very excited to join you in this show.
Awesome. So the show is all about awakening spirit and really getting people to tap into their truth, be better people on this planet, to each other, to the earth itself. And I feel like your work is a great place to start. So tell me sometimes that you might meet people that just have a really hard time even knowing what their truth is. I'd like to talk about that.
So it always starts with feeling a sense of restlessness, or there's something in your life that's not right, but perhaps you don't know what it is. And perhaps you are doing all the right things according to society and culture. Like you might be the one that has like the perfect job and the perfect family and the house and all of that stuff. But even as you are successful and you're performing really, really well, when you go to bed at night, there's something within you that just like doesn't sit well with you. And you're wondering, is this it? Like, am I going to go through life like just going through the motions? Or what is it that is missing in my life? So there's that sense of restlessness, feeling like there's something missing. So that is kind of like the first step. What happens is if that we don't pay attention to that, eventually I say that that's our soul screaming to us, saying, I'm here, you're not living in congruence with who you are. And so I'm calling out to you because I have bigger and better plans for your life. And so what would happen is that at some point, the incongruence creates such a wide gap that you'll either snap, have a midlife crisis, or what would happen to me, I had a huge panic attack and a mental breakdown. So we don't want to get there. We don't want to get there.
Realize the distress signals before
yes,
jumping ship. Okay, so tell me a little bit about how people can start to trust that restlessness. Because I think what happens is it's in people. They understand that maybe their career isn't fulfilling, or maybe their relationship, or whatever they're doing in their day-to-day life isn't feeling. That feeling, Eva, when you just don't feel whole.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then how is someone able to just go, okay, I'm going now on this journey inward to see what it is that my soul is asking me, or right?
Yeah, so something has to happen. You either come to it like me, like dragging and a mental breakdown, or you decide, you know what? That's it. I am going to figure this out, right? And so the first thing that I work with my clients is that figuring out what your true north or your truth is. Because usually what has happened is that along the way, we've listened to all these messages that have become true, but they're not for us, right? And so, right. And so we have adopted these pieces and we've kind of patched ourselves to fit into culture and society. And so we really don't know what truth is or where is our true north because we're not whole. And so we're made up of patches that are not congruent to who we are. So the first thing that we need to do is find out like that compass. What is our true north? And so what we do is we go in and I teach people the process of sacred alignment. And that is a process where you actually, if you envision your life with everything you have, there is no need. It could be like you have all the money in the world, you have all the happiness in the world. At the core, what is it that you feel? And so we get people connected with those feelings, and those feelings become the place where divine guidance shows up, and where you are completely and truly grounded, and you can start to hear what is it that you need to do, perhaps, how to make choices in the world, or what are some of the things that then you need to start looking at.
Mm-hmm. I love that. And actually, I'm going to take back my lies. They're not lies. They're just not your truths, right? So
Right.
they've kind of like been put on you by society, and so you're carrying this, and it's almost like weight in your body because it's not making you feel light and airy and fresh and free. Like it is full on, like heavy, right?
Right. It doesn't flow. Yeah, it doesn't flow.
It don't flow. And I think, so once that's sort of established and people can start seeing the things that aren't true for them, and then they start going, okay, so this feels good. And like, I would feel better doing something like this. And then the freak out starts. Then the fear hits. You're like, I don't know if I can do this. Right.
Yes. And that I would say, you know, that for me came at the very beginning. You know, there's fear of facing our shadows. There is fear to actually owning our truth. And for example, one of my big ones was that perhaps I was too sensitive or I was too impulsive, right? And so that was so ingrained in my brain that I accepted it as truth. But then there's that fear of, what does it look like for me to actually own this this aspect of me that is very sensitive? Well, that aspect of me that is very sensitive allows me to read people's energy. You know, it's a positive thing. It's not a bad thing. What I need to do is that learn how to use that in a healthy way, right? Because everything can turn into a bad thing if you abuse it or you don't have a sacred container on where you can unfold and develop that. And so that is the scary place. But when you connect with your own truth, that personal truth, that is connected to the universal truth that you are this cosmic being, that you're spirit, and you're connected to the creative force of the universe, there's a peace about that that cannot be matched with anything else. And it's just like that inner knowing that, yes, this is it. And it's not like it feels good, it feels tingly. No, there's that sense of like, you drop into your truth and you're centered and you're connected, and that there's no feeling to match that.
It's the best.
It is.
And I really feel like if the whole world could feel that and have an opportunity to feel that, that is the thing, is like, and it's been going on with like conversations that you'll see on social media and stuff. And I feel like it's time that we, I mean, I don't mean to be like time's up, all this stuff, but like, truly, it is time that we all can really respect and honor each other as individuals and not try and change a thing about someone's truth or who they really are and want to show up in the world, and just really see the vibrancy and diversity of our entire universe. Like, it is freaking awesome. And people are not allowing that because they haven't found it for themselves. And so without them, I feel like tapping into their own sacred truth, like the work that they're helping people with. Thank you. We can't light up the world. Like when I mean that, I mean like spread love and connection. And
yeah, absolutely. And it takes, there's a lot of personal responsibility in it. You know, I decided that I was going to do this work, and I was going to do it no matter what, because I knew that it was important for my soul to be alive, because I didn't want to feel the same way that I was feeling. And I didn't want to go through life restless. And like, you know, when I talk about that panic attack, I felt and I saw myself at the end of my life completely fragmented and in pieces. And nobody wants to feel that, right? And so I took responsibility for my own work. Nobody else was responsible for that reintegration of those pieces. I found a sacred space. I found the people that could support me in that reintegration, but it's all about personal responsibility and having people around you that can surround you with that sacred space, but also that accountability, so that you don't end up having a midlife crisis and go off the deep end and buy like all these sports cars, or like you just go backpacking doing the eat, pray, love kind of thing. If that's not your truth, you know, like you just completely go unhinged is what I say. And so you have to be responsible for your own work. And but it is so worth it. Like, it is so worth it, because I now know that I can step into the world fully owning every single piece of myself and loving it. And I know that the people that resonate with that will be in my life. And those who don't, well, they have the choice to not engage with me. And there's a lot of freedom and there's a lot of peace in that.
I loved everything you just said, and especially the part about taking responsibility for your own personal, your own personal work that you need to do. Like, I think our work never ends, and forgetting it or putting it aside or not recognizing the magnitude of it is truly missing out on the brilliance of life.
Right. And not only that, but then also that's when we hurt people. I am of the belief that once you stop growing, you stop living. And so right now I feel like I've embodied wholeness and I'm awakening and rising up, but I still have shadow work to do. There are areas of my life that could be better. And so I don't ever want to get to a place where I say I've arrived and this is me and I'm not going to do any more work and that's it. Because that's when we start, those blind spots start like getting bigger and bigger. And then we start seeing small and small because then we believe that our truth is the universal truth that everybody has to believe in.
No, wrong-o. That's right.
Right. Right. Right.
So the personal journey never ends, period. Stop. Right. That's it. It's going to keep on going. We never reach the destination. Right. Even when we've gotten to a place that we enjoy and like and feel really good in, like how you are and are now, beautiful. And there's still other places to dive into and appeal and learn. And I think the journey to the self is like the most exciting journey there is. Like we can travel the world 1,000 times, but like understanding is like unreal.
Right. Absolutely. The journey inwards is absolutely amazing. And it is hard work. It's a lot of work and there's a lot of grief and loss and you have to do, it's shitty at times. Yeah. But again, once you have that,
I mean, it's sometimes you're cold and you have to camp and maybe your airline don't like meet up. Like, country and you've never been there before and it's very uncomfortable, like that all is gonna happen to you.
Right, absolutely. But I think it's important to make sure that you do that in a sacred, safe and loving place with somebody that knows what they're doing. Yes. And can provide you with that place so that you can unfold, unravel, and become completely just bleh, and then put yourself together again.
Need some more unbecoming. I love that.
Right.
Just show this quickly. Oh shoot, my Malibu. It's not even here. Okay, well I'm gonna post it on my. I love them so much. Okay, so Eva is a gem. Obviously, I really would encourage you to get in touch with her, learn more from her. She really is here on this planet at this time to level us up, and she's doing it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I absolutely love you and what you're doing in the world. You know, just igniting that fire in people. That's what your work is about. You know, just bringing people's inner light out into the world. So I love that.
And you're right. It is like the inner fire too. It's all in the inner. It's in the inner to the outer. Absolutely.
Right. Right.
And not to like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like not to deny the hurt around it or the heaviness around it or the things like if that stuff is stopping you or holding you back from like your next evolution and growth, like, you're going to have to break that wall because we need you to show up for who you really are right now. Like that is needed now. So.
Right. And one of the quotes that I heard, I think it was last week, that was really, really profound and key was that we cannot heal the world unless we heal ourselves. And so I see so many people having all these passions and all these great intentions, but unless you take the time to really do your own inner work, at some point, you're going to hurt somebody.
Totally. Absolutely. And you're going to probably hurt people along the way too. And it just has to be like, let's figure out what that's like. And then the next thing.
Right.
Not the next thing. I mean, like, let's look at that thing.
Right.
And figure out how we can know.
Right. I understood what you were saying.
Oh my God. Okay, girl, I really appreciate you taking time out. And if you want to hang with Eva, I mean, she's obviously somewhere nice and warm. So you want to.
I really am not, but I want to be.
It's good. It's a good reminder.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Have a great
Absolutely.
day. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Dare Live. Boop, boop. Oh, I just made that up.